Hey, sit down. I have something to tell you. Life now makes much more sense, and every day it becomes just a little easier because you are wiser and have accumulated more experience. You have learned that peace isn't something that suddenly arrives, it grows quietly like sunlight through leaves. There was a time when everything felt uncertain. You remember that, when every mistake felt like the end of the world. But slowly you began to see that even your detours were guiding you somewhere important. Every disappointment, every heartbreak, every quiet morning spent wondering what comes next, it was all teaching you something you didn't yet know you needed to learn. You start to realize that life isn't about chasing the big moments, but about living fully in one small one. The taste of morning coffee, or the sound of the rain on a stone street, a smile from a stranger, the courage to begin again. You learn to breathe a little slower and listen more deeply, to stop trying to fix everything all at once. You begin to trust the timing of things, to trust that is meant for you right now, and some things will just quietly fade. And in that space, you begin to fall in love again, not just with someone, but with life itself, with the simple rhythm of days unfolding, with your own story, even the parts you once wanted to forget. Wisdom doesn't come from age alone, it comes from paying attention, from noticing how you respond to joy and how you rise from pain. It comes from forgiving yourself for not knowing sooner, for not being perfect, for being just human. You start to understand that happiness isn't something to reach for, it's something you allow to enter your life. It's the gentle acceptance that this moment right here is just enough. Every day you carry a little more light. You speak a little softer, you judge a little less. You begin to understand that love is not possession, it's presence. It's not about how long it lasts, but how deeply it touches your heart while it's there. And as the years unfold, you found yourself less afraid, less in a hurry. You stop trying to control what you can't, and instead you focus on what you can: kindness, gratitude, honesty, and love, of course. Because in the end, life isn't a race or a test, it's a journey to remember who you truly are, a soul capable of endless renewal and joy. To take it one day at a time, let each sunrise remind you that you've been given another chance to begin again, to love again, to see the beauty that was always there. Wisdom, they say, it's not about knowing everything, it's about understanding how little you actually know. Socrates once said, "The only true wisdom is in knowing you know nothing." And perhaps that is where peace begins, not in certainties, but in humility and curiosity. When you stop trying to control the tides, you learn to sail with them. Marcus Aurelius, for example, the Stoic emperor, wrote, "You have the power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Those words remind us that serenity doesn't come from perfect circumstances, but from a steady heart that refuses to be shaken by every passing storm. Also, Lao Tzu, the ancient Chinese sage, offered another kind of wisdom, soft, quiet, and fluid. He said, "He who knows others is wise. He who knows himself is enlightened. The older you grow, the more you see the wisdom isn't about being right, it's about being real. It's about understanding yourself so deeply that you no longer need to provide anything to anyone. And as time passes, you begin to notice that wisdom and kindness are twins. The philosopher Seneca once wrote, "Wherever there is a human being, there is an opportunity for kindness." The wiser you become, the less you want to judge, and the more you want to help, to ease someone's burden, to offer a smile, to be gentle, even when the world is not. Another thought from Aristotle is educating the mind without educating the heart is no education at all. True wisdom lives in both, in thought and compassion. It's a learning to pause before speaking, to forgive before resentment hardens, to choose gratitude over compliment. You start to see that wisdom is not something you collect, it's something you become. Like a tree that has weathered many seasons, its bark roughened by the wind and time, yet its roots growing deeper and deeper each year that passes. And when the evening comes and the light softens over the hills, smile to yourself. You have lived, you have learned, you have loved, and that is enough.